Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, we will talk about top unexplained mysterious. However, before we start our countdown, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. So let's get started. Number 10. Plain of Jars. Thousands of lichen-covered stone jars from the Iron Age, some standing close to 10 feet tall and weighing several tons, dot the mountainous landscape of northern Laos. Carved largely from sandstone and found in groups ranging from just 1 to 400. Legend holds that giants used them as wine glasses. Many archaeologists, on the other hand, believe they served as funerary urns, though much remains unknown about their purpose, about how they were moved into place, and about the civilization that produced them. Recent research dates at least some of the stone jars to as early as 1240 BC, which would make them far older than the human remains buried nearby. Complicating matters is that many of the jars stand in fields of unexploded munitions, the vestige of a massive U.S. bombing campaign during the Vietnam War, and therefore cannot be safely studied. Number 9. Guanabara Bay. Acting on a tip from locals, controversial shipwreck explorer Robert Marks claimed in 1982 to have discovered a number of twin-handled Roman vases, known as amphoras, in Brazil's Guanabara Bay. According to Marks, the barnacle-covered amphoras provided proof that the Romans were the first Europeans in Brazil, having predated the Portuguese by over 1,000 years. However, he was never able to fully explore the site, as the Brazilian government banned him from the country for alleged looting and halted underwater exploration altogether. Marx responded by accusing Brazil's navy of dumping sediment on the amphoras so as not to have to rewrite history. To this day, a Roman presence on Brazil's coast remains highly unproven. Number 8. PARACAS Candelabra. To the northwest of the NAZCA lines, carved into a hillside overlooking Peru's Pisco Bay, lies the PARACAS Candelabra, another massive geoglyph that stretches some 600 feet from top to bottom. Though pottery found at the site has been dated to around 200 BC, no one knows the age of the candelabra itself. Its raison d'etre remains equally fuzzy. One theory holds that it served as a navigational tool for sailors, whereas another claims it depicted the creator god's trident. Number 7. CLEOPATRA'S tomb. For an ancient ruler, much is known about Cleopatra VII, the so-called last queen of Egypt, who famously consorted with both Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, and later committed suicide in 2030 BC following Antony's and her defeat at the Battle of Actium. Yet the location of Antony's and her tomb couple were purportedly buried together remains a complete mystery. Some researchers believe it resided in Alexandria, her capital city, and the one-time cultural center of the Mediterranean world, only to be lost when a tsunami swept through in 365 AD. Others suspect elsewhere in the Nile Delta, possibly in a temple dedicated to Isis and Osiris, the gods with which Cleopatra and Antony respectively associated themselves. In addition to Cleopatra's, other legendary lost burial sites include those of Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan. Number 6. Stonehenge. Construction of Stonehenge, one of the world's most iconic prehistoric landmarks, began some 5,000 years ago, before England even entered the Bronze Age. While studied for centuries, most researchers agree it functioned as a burial site and it's now known where the massive stones came from. Yet Stonehenge's other secrets remain stubbornly elusive, involving its possible religious, ceremonial, astronomical, and therapeutic significance. Number 5. Yonaguni Monument. Off the coast of Japan's Yonaguni Island lies an underwater rock structure, at least 165 feet long and 65 feet wide, that resembles a man-made step pyramid. Discovered in the 1980s and now known as the Yonaguni Monument, it is believed by some researchers to be the ruins of an ancient civilization. Many other researchers, however, contend that Japan's Atlantis is nothing more than a curious natural phenomenon shaped by tectonic uplift and ocean currents. Number 4. Tanis Heracleion. An Egyptian port city on the Mediterranean Sea, Tanis Heracleion served as a major trading hub prior to the founding of nearby Alexandria around 331 BC. Mythical hero Heracles and Helen of Troy both supposedly spent time there, around the 2nd century BC. However, the city center collapsed due to soil liquefaction, possibly triggered by earthquakes, tsunamis, or floods. Eventually, all of Tanis Heracleion sank underwater, where it remained lost to time until being rediscovered in the early 2000s by marine archaeologists. Since then, large statues, animal sarcophagi, temple ruins, Pottery shards, jewelry, coins, and even 2,400-year-old fruit baskets have been pulled from the waves, thus shining new light on this real-life Atlantis. Number 3. NAZCA lines. Roughly 2,000 years ago, a pre-Inca civilization etched a series of enormous drawings into the dry coastal plain of Peru, known as the NAZCA lines. These geoglyphs remained largely unknown until aircraft began flying over the area in the 1930s. To date, well over 1,000 designs have been located. Most are straight lines, stretching up to 30 miles, or geometric shapes, from trapezoids to spirals, while others depict animals and plants, including a spider, a hummingbird, a monkey, a whale, a two-headed snake, a dog, and a humanoid figure nicknamed the astronaut. As recently as 2022, 168 new geoglyphs were discovered, yet researchers still don't understand their purpose. One prominent hypothesis associates them with water rituals, though other guesses abound as well. Number 2. The Mary Celeste. On December 4, 1872, a British-American ship called the Mary Celeste was found empty and adrift in the Atlantic. It was found to be seaworthy and with its cargo fully intact, except for a lifeboat, which it appeared had been boarded in an orderly fashion. But why? We may never know, because no one on board was ever heard from again. In November 1872, the Mary Celeste set sail from New York bound for Genoa, Italy. She was manned by Captain Benjamin Briggs and 7 crew members, including Briggs' wife and their 2-year-old daughter. Supplies on board were ample enough for 6 months, and luxurious, including a sewing machine and an upright piano. Commentators generally agree that to precipitate the abandonment of a seaworthy ship, some extraordinary and alarming circumstance must have arisen. Number 1. The Tunguska event. On the morning of June 30, 1908, 770 square miles of forest in Siberia, Russia were flattened by what would have appeared to have been an explosion, except that there were no witnesses and no other evidence. The phenomenon, known as the Tunguska event, has been classified by scientists as the largest impact event, which means a recordable impact between 2 astronomical objects, such as an asteroid and the Earth, in recorded history. Yet no impact crater has ever been found, which would be an important earmark of an impact event. Thus, scientists can only surmise what may have happened, which may be that an asteroid exploded over the Earth, and the destruction that ensued beneath it in Siberia was the result of after effects. Get a look at some unsolved mysteries that scientists eventually were able to solve. So this was our today's video. I hope you all liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel, and also share it with your friends and family. We will be back soon with a new video. Till then, keep supporting and take care.